Today we're going to look at how to make an animated WhatsApp conversation that goes like this. This came from a question from Kate Thompson, who asked me in the Facebook group how to do this. So here you go, Kate, here's your answer. And this takes a while to make. So I'm going to split this video into two. So today we're going to make this basically, which is in static format. We're going to make the conversation. And then in video number 2, we are going to animate it. So start with Instagram story, which gives you a canvas of the right size. I'm Jeev. I write books as Jeevani Charika and as Rhoda Baxter. And I do these videos to help authors use Canva better in their marketing. If you are an author who'd like to talk to other authors, come and join the Canva Tips for Authors Facebook group. The link is in the description. Okie dokie, right. So we have something that's the right dimensions for a phone screen. Okay. So now I had a look through and I found all the icons that we have on my WhatsApp screen. So we have, let's have a look. So we have a camera icon. We have a microphone icon, a phone icon, and the more buttons. And I also found a texture that goes behind it, right? So we've got all of these and we've put them all on the front page just so that they are easy to find again. And this is the texture that I found, which I am going to turn to vertical just because it's easier if it's roughly the same dimensions. Okay, so on my phone screen, it's sort of oatmeal texture. This isn't quite right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit the photo. What I should have done is taken a screenshot of my phone and showed you that, but never mind. Right, let's make it redder because it's kind of red and a bit darker red there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the transparency right down because it's only just a hint of texture. Okay. Now we need a little bar at the top with the dark green. So if you hit R on your keyboard, if you're on the desktop, if not, might actually work on phones as well, thinking about it. Right, let's turn it green. That's not quite the right green. So let's adjust the color there. I think it just needs to be more towards the green spectrum rather than the blue. Okay, that's better. Okay, that's looking a little bit more like a WhatsApp screen. Right, so let's get these. This needs to be turned this way and made much smaller. And let's move that to here. Now then we need to fiddle with the size so that it looks however it looks on my screen. Let's zoom in a bit. Yeah, about that. And then we'll change the color to white. I checked when I selected these icons whether I could change the color or not. And we need that icon, drag it down, shrink it. It's got to be in line with those 3 dots. And phone icon. Drag it down, shrink it. Is it about the right size? No, it's a bit smaller. There we go. And again, needs to be in line. And turn it white. And turn it white. Okay, I think these are too big. So let's just select them and smallify. That sort of size. That's too big now, isn't it? Let's get these 3 selected and dragged up. Let's look at frames. Now you can put pictures of whoever you want in there. And then we need some text. Okay, so next we need some speech bubbles. Now I had a look for speech bubbles and there are a few which are quite good, but unfortunately they are only in Pro. So that's pretty good, but that's Pro. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our own. So we need rectangle again. This time it's going to be white. And we're going to stretch it so that it's almost the length, but not quite. And then we are going to make it have rounded corners, because WhatsApp messages have rounded corners. And then you can make it whatever size you want. And then you need a little triangle in the corner. Let's go to shapes and look for triangle. Can't see it very well. Let's turn this to pale green. So same green as before. And then just scooch all the way over to pale. There you go. And then we need, where's our triangle gone? The triangle needs to go rotate so that it's flush against the top there. Let's make this green until I can see it. Okay. Then make it smaller, 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 smaller. We need to adjust the corner rounding so that it's not quite so round. There you go. That looks pretty good. Let's get that. And the triangle, where's the triangle gone? And we will group them. All right. And then we can change the color of them to white or pale green. If we wanted pale green, scooch it all the way over. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the little message thing at the bottom. So rectangle again. Make it about the same length, slightly longer. Swoosh it right down. The corner rounding was about 60 because it's a little bit rounder than the others. And it's white. And it's right at the bottom of the page here. And then you've got some icons in it. So you've got, I went and gathered all my icons before. So there's this one. It's not the right smiley face, but it's free. It's a free one and it'll have to do. And it's not quite black. It's more of a dark gray. Okay, and there's a paper clip. Which is flipped over and tilted. Where's my tilt gone? There's my tilt. And a camera. Same dark grey. And then text. That's the word message. Okay, well, Canva Sans is a reasonable font for this. I dare say there are better ones, but it'll do for now. And also dark grey. Okay, and then there's a circle here with this icon in it, but it's cropped, so crop. So it does that. And we need a circle. Wonder what happens if you press C. You get a circle. Awesome. Okay. Right. It's that color. Come down, little circle to here. I think a tiny bit smaller. And then shrink this monstrosity down to the right sort of size, and it's white. There we go. Now hopefully that's a convincing looking WhatsApp screen. Okay, so the next thing is we're going to duplicate this. Control D, which makes a duplicate. And we need to move the triangle to this side because we're going to make ones for replies. Now, if I recall correctly, your own messages come out on the left and replies come out on the right. So that and that group together. This, we change the group to white. Oh, there we go. Right. So now you have the basics of a WhatsApp conversation. You probably need ticks. Let's make those bright blue. That's about the right color. And you need two of those. Duplicate. Select them both. Make them real small. Okay. And that goes against the message you've sent. Duplicate. And then let's zoom in so that I can move them side by side. Okay. There we go. That's better. Oh, it's the other way around. It's your own replies get the blue. It's the other way around. Layer menu. Show layers. Put them together. Group them. Drag them. There. That's better. So these are from you and these are from everyone else. And now we've got a basic template to start with. And we just fill it in with faces and names. So I'm gonna use a conversation from my book Girl on the Run, which has a lot of emails and WhatsApp messages or Facebook Messenger messages part of the plot. So I'm going to use one of the conversations from that. Okay, so what I've done now is I've gone in and I have made it a WhatsApp group. So I've put a name here and the people who are in the conversation. So it's Louise, Jim, and Stevie, and this is Stevie's phone. So her conversation is in green, her bits, and everybody else is in white. And I've just filled it in as text boxes. Let's move them to fill it up the space. Okay, right. So now I need to put the names of the relevant people in so we know who's talking. So Stevie we don't need because it's her phone. Louise. There we go. Turn that green. But I think the green that they use for a person's name is slightly different. Okay. It's about the right size. Okay, let's copy that. Control C, Control V, and let's move you down to here, Louise. There we go. And I'm going to duplicate that again, just so that I keep the same size and font and everything, and change that to, what's his name, Jim. And then we'll change Jim's conversation to orange. Move him so that he's in line. Okay. And right. Okay. So this is hopefully a full conversation. Now, if you wanted to, you could put an image into this frame here. So let's find group. Okay, let's drop them into there. And there you go. So now you've made this, you might want to animate it so that they pop up and it looks like more like this, so that you can share it on a more video friendly platform like TikTok or in fact Instagram Reels. Because this is already a really long video, I'm going to split this into two and I'm going to do the animation next week. So I will see you in the next video.